told me he sent some shit, so be working on some amen shit. Yeah, club in the morning, off like 2. Sip champagne when we talk about views and cut like us. We stuck in the trap. Steak ain't rare, so we sending it back. All of my brothers are rare, can't cap. The money was quick, now we sending a few. I'm down by the 100, we starting to shoot. I hit 21, just watch how we move. PR in my blood, no, I ain't no thug. Now we in the club, we threw a dub, now we on the move. He ain't no plug, no, he just a fool. He sent a shot.
Artificially Genuine, episode 6, part 3.
Damn.
Man, we're just moving along. Awesome. So I wanted to kind of bring up this COVID thing.
Damn it, we're gonna get
It's
canceled,
coming
bro.
back, and it's coming back harder than ever, man. I think they're gonna call it COVID-26 or something like that. But are y'all vaccinated? Are you trying to get vaccinated?
No comment.
Damn. Oh yeah, that's live, huh? Yeah, I have my shots. I got them all only because I was working for a federal job, and they said I had to. They're like they were gonna fire me. Well, it was in the air that they were gonna fire people if you didn't get your vaccine. The only reason I did it is because I liked that job, and then I got it, and it wasn't even important at the end.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna die early now.
Did you get just one shot, or did you get?
I got all of them.
Go back to back.
Damn, the
All of
boosters too?
Boosters. Too?
Boosters too. I'm done, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you, if you don't mind me asking?
You know,
Or you can
I had a
start.
government job too. I still have the job, and they gave me the same threats. We got all those emails and everything, and I was just like, you know, either you guys are going to give me reasonable accommodation, or I guess I'm going to find something else, you know. And I waited it out, and they changed their mind, you know. So I didn't have to get the vaccine. Don't tell my grandma.
Damn.
I hope she never sees this.
Shout out to grandma.
Skip
though.
this part now.
She's going to be pissed.
Don't show her number 3.
Right.
Don't show her episode 3.
I never took it. I didn't feel comfortable taking it. My job
only
was
one.
cool. They never really forced us. They just like, hey, just work from home for a little bit, just so that way they can kind of get a feel for like, hey, is me being in a position, because I work for an insurance company.
Yeah.
And I go out to body shops and look at cars and inspect them. So just being around other people, the mask thing. There were some pretty cool masks that were being made. If you go to LA,
Oh, yeah.
there were some really dope Gucci ones. I was just trying to look
I like
for
the one
those.
with the plates, like a sweater, and then they put like a top cover of a pot. Like that looked tight. I would want to do that one over the other ones.
But yeah, there's a new strain coming out. I think some schools in Texas right now are already kind of closing schools just to kind of see
Wow.
these kids, make sure that they're probably going to get vaccinated for sure before they could go back. Are you guys prepping at all just in case? Because it's going to come sooner than we think.
Truthfully, I mean, not really. You know, I went all that time without being vaccinated. I never got COVID. And
You never caught it? You never got sick?
I mean, I have a suspicion that I may have, you
Yeah,
know, but
yeah.
it was never confirmed. I know I was exposed to it a few times, but it just seemed like, you know, I got lucky every single time. Somewhere where, you know, I was at that house and everybody at the party got it. I left right before the person that came, you know,
damn.
exposed to everyone. So
she is
I just
holy,
got lucky.
bro. Yeah, that you are lucky. I
Like,
can feel the energy.
I'm favored, you know. I don't know what to say, but I just, it doesn't really feel like a threat to me. And I know being in California, they took it real serious out here. We had like some of the most strict like rules about it and across the country, but you know, we'll deal with that. Cross that bridge when it comes.
How did you do? This is something I asked when we traveled. When I meet people, it's like, how did you take 2020, like the lockdowns? How what was your experience of it?
Man, you know, I partially want to say that it didn't really bother me because I like, you know, I'm a homebody already and it wasn't really a big deal. But also, the biggest part about it was not being able to travel. That's something that I use for my mental health, you know, going to different countries, experiencing different cultures. And so, I would be lying if I said that I didn't experience some kind of depression during that time. You know, it was hard in that way. But other than that, we was chilling, barbecuing and shit.
Yeah, right. I was playing video games. I was online playing video games.
Trying to
all
figure out how
day.
to make money.
Yeah,
Like a lot of
dude.
industries were booming during that time. Airbnb, you know, film production, movies, stuff like that.
Amazon.
So
That's awesome.
hell yeah.
Okay. And you said you like to travel. Where have you traveled to? Do you plan to travel sometime soon?
Oh yeah. Well, shoot, in the next couple of weeks, I'll probably be in Toronto again. I went out
Okay.
there just for a day trip on my way to Paris and Rome before, and I loved it. And I was like, man, I got to come back here. I might even want to live here one day.
In Canada?
Yeah, yeah. Canada's like the nicer America.
Really? Is it really?
Oh yeah. To be honest, and then the people are just like, like opposite of New York.
Yeah, they're polite. They're polite.
Yeah, they are.
Like help out.
They are.
Oh, you've been
They're
there.
I've been there. I've
helpful,
been to Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty dope. Out of all the locations you've been to, which is like your top? Like for sure, you're going back.
The place that I know for sure I'll always go back to is probably Aruba, and that was one of the first places that I, traveled to when I started. I got my passport. I didn't use it for like maybe 5 years because I kept on canceling trips because people would drop out, and I'm like, I don't want to go by myself. And finally, I was just like, you know what? I'm not waiting for anyone, and I just started going all kinds of places. But Aruba, I got there, and their slogan is "One Happy Island." And like you just feel it as soon as you step off the plane. It's like surreal, and everybody is dope. I made a whole family there. They taught me how to speak their language. Like I love it. They're always asking me when I'm gonna come back, so I know for sure I'll always go back to Aruba. And then having roots in Mexico, I've been there like 20 times, a bunch of different cities, so I'll always go back there too.
How about the food? Food's different.
Oh man, the foods. When it comes to foods, I will probably say Thailand has my heart in that area. Like, man, and it's so cheap too. So you can have like a 4-course meal for like $10.
Really?
Oh, I'm going there.
I love Thailand. Yeah.
How many times have you been there?
I only went once.
Once?
I went once. Yeah, but I mean, while I was there, I went to Bangkok. I went to Phuket. I went to the Phi Islands. I had a good time. I experienced a little bit of all of it.
Okay. Joel, where have you
Did we go
traveled?
to Aruba?
I think we did.
We did, right?
Yeah, I think
Those
we
are
did.
the. I think
You've been to many places if you
No,
can't
no,
remember.
I haven't. I haven't. This is my
It was a cruise that we went on.
Oh, okay.
And we stopped in like 6 different islands. So it's like we
that's
just kept hopping,
dope.
and I kind of forget a few of them, but I
Yeah.
think that was one of them.
I need to do more cruising for sure.
Dude, it was.
And I've mentioned this before. It's the crew that you're with is what's gonna just set it
yeah.
off. Because we had they have the nightlife on the boat and everything, and like every
Yeah.
night, but we just got the crew together.
Yeah.
And just met there, and then there's some pretty good food things there too. But
My brother
yeah.
got married in
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, and we did like a
Nice.
whole island trip. That was my first time traveling. 34 years old.
Wow.
First time traveling out, and I need to go back. Like I don't belong here. I'm an island
I don't want to
boy.
go nowhere else.
I want to be on an island. I'm an island boy.
Yeah,
Like
for
straight
sure.
up. I don't belong here. I don't belong in America. I belong out there.
I need to do more of the islands. I've been to like Dominican Republic and Panama, Costa Rica, but like I said, not a whole lot of islands. Just Dominican Republic and Aruba. I did Dubai.
You did Dubai?
Hell yeah!
Shut
that was
up.
Yeah, how was that?
That was
That's
fun
on the
as
list
hell.
for sure.
No way.
Yeah, I've been to Dubai a couple times, but the first time was the best. I went by myself. I didn't know anybody, but there was like this group of maybe 300, like just black people from all over the world, and we had all like bought into these different excursions. It was kind of like a buffet. You can like pick which one you want to go to and pay for it, or if you don't want to go to that one, you do your own thing for the day.
Yeah.
And we did a yacht cruise, like that day party. That was lit. We did a buffet at Atlantis, this big restaurant, and we took over the whole place.
Damn,
Like
that's dope.
it was dope. We went to Abu Dhabi, Oman. Yeah, it was dope.
You sound like you've been everywhere. Well, like where else haven't you been? Is there somewhere like that you haven't been before, or?
There's a lot of places that I haven't been. I haven't been as far as like the entire continent of Africa. I haven't stepped foot there yet.
Okay.
Another continent I haven't been to is Antarctica, but it's like $20K for one trip, to get out there. So,
With COVID, has there been a location that you wanted to go to but you couldn't? Like me
Yep.
personally, right? Kind of like the first year of COVID, 2020, towards the end of it, we were scheduled to go to Tokyo, Japan, 2021. And everything was cool. There's no crazy restrictions. But like 2 months before, they canceled it. Refunded
Yep.
money. And that broke my heart because I think the whole thing was going to be like $3,000. It was going to
Wow.
be super affordable.
Yeah.
It was gonna be another cruise, and now I've looked it up. I want to do the same thing. It was more like 6-7.
Oh, I
was
believe
like,
it.
oh
6,
man,
7?
but is there a
yeah.
location you
100?
wanted to go to? No,
600?
Rack
700?
City.
Chill out.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
I'm never traveling, bro.
Was there a spot that you wanted to go to that
Yeah,
COVID stopped you?
and I had a trip planned to Bali, and you know, when COVID started that year, 2020, I had just went to Paris and Rome in January, and then maybe like a month or two later, everything got shut down. But I was planning another trip. My summer trip was supposed to be for Bali, and I was like, you know what, whatever. Once they lift all these regulations, then I'll just, you know, plan it again. And they lifted all the regulations, but not Bali. They still want like mandatory vaccines, and I'm not gonna do it. So I guess I'm just gonna wait and
wait it out.
see when I can get there. But yeah, that's been dead for me.
I heard you could buy you could buy it now. Like,
Hey,
Los
print it out,
Angeles.
bro.
I'm not gonna say it online,
shit.
but you know,
Don't do that.
I might
Don't
have
do
heard.
that.
I might have
Delete
looked
that.
into something like that.
We'll delete this part.
It's allegedly. All right. Well, what is your favorite place to travel to? What are your recommendations? But go ahead and comment down below. We'll be right back.
Hey.
Black Eagle.
Zay told me he sent some shit, so been working on some amen shit. Yeah, club in the morning, off like 2. Sip champagne when we talk about views and cut like us. We stuck in the trap. Steak ain't rare, so we sending it back. All of my brothers are rare, can't cap. The money was quick, now we sending a few. I'm down by the 100, we starting to shoot. I hit 21, just watch how we move. PR in my blood, no I ain't no